Applications are currently open for the second round of Payroll Protection Program funding. This is something that independent owner operators are eligible for as small businesses, and I know that many of you received funding in the first round last year. There have been a few changes and restrictions added to this round, however, so I called up our old friend Mike Hosted at ATBS in Denver. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, Brad. Thanks for having me on here again.
Mike, for our viewers that may not remember our conversation from last year, could you give us a little perspective on what ATBS does and how it relates to the PPP program?
So, ATBS, American Truck Business Services, is the largest back office services provider for independent contractor truck drivers in the United States. So, we work with 20,000 independent contractors in any given year, and our goal is to help our clients, the independent contractors, make more money and pay less in taxes. So our whole goal is to help them handle their back office, sort their receipts, prepare their tax returns, and just make their life easier when they're out on the road.
Where does the PPP program fit into that?
Any of our clients and any new sign up clients, we are actually helping them do the payroll protection loan process for them as part of our service. So we have done over 1,500 protection program applications for our clients in the first round and gotten our clients over $15 million in loans thus far.
You describe the terms of round one, and then we can describe how round two is different.
We refer to it as PPP1. That was started back in April of 2020 and ended in August of 2020. And it was part of the CARES Act, which was a $2 trillion stimulus. It granted the $1,200 paychecks to families or to individuals. And it also did the first round of payroll protection program loans. And so that one was very easy. And basically, all you had to do was say that the coronavirus created economic hardship for you. And I think most small businesses out there could say that it have impacted their business, therefore, they would be eligible for that first round. And so that was for essentially 20% of your previous year's net income you could get for your payroll. And so how it works is it's a small business administration loan, an SBA loan that is given through a SBA certified bank. And all you have to do is apply for that loan and then you have to distribute it correctly, meaning you use it for your payroll over an 8 or 24 week period. Once you show that you've done that, you distribute it correctly and submit that to the bank, the SBA then forgives that loan, basically giving you that grant or that loan for free where you do not have to pay it back. So that's what happened on the first round. And then just a few weeks ago, they passed a second funding package for the PPP program. They're calling this one PPP2. Basically, the terms are if you didn't apply for PPP1, whether you've just missed the boat, maybe you didn't have your tax returns or paperwork around, and you do now, you can actually go back and get that first round of payroll protection program loans. Then there's the new one, PPP2. And so, in order to get that one, first of all, you had to get the first loan. And then if you did get the first loan, there's new requirements that make it to see if you're eligible for the second one or not. And basically, it's really cut and dry for the trucking industry. And that is, did you have a 25% reduction in any quarter of 2020 versus the same quarter of 2019?
So it's the same 20%.
If your net income was $100,000, you're probably going to get 10% or 20%, which is about a $20,000 loan. And so for an individual, independent contractor, it does max out just around 21,000, but that's still a significant chunk of change that you can go get and are probably eligible for if you meet that 25% reduction.
What kind of documentation are they going to show, and is it different from draw one to draw two?
Really what you need to show is you need to show proof of ownership of your business. And so that could be a tax return, that could be your articles of organization if you're an LLC, just anything kind of proof of ownership of your business. And then you have to show the previous year's payroll information. And so if you run a payroll and you have W-2, then that's really easy to do. If you're a 1099 contractor, all you have to do is show your Schedule C. And so if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, you can go to atbs.com. Right on our homepage, we have a really, really in-depth ebook that we have produced. and it will show you kind of some examples. It'll show you the guidelines. It'll show you what's required. It's all about trucking. So we took the thousands of pages of IRS code and legislation, and we put it into a nice compact format that relates specifically to independent contractors.
Well, thank you kindly for your time. We appreciate you as always, and I'm sure we'll check in from time to time because ATBS is a wealth of information.
Definitely. Well, thanks for having me, Brad. I appreciate it, and everybody drive safe out there.
For the Truck Boss Show, I'm Brad Kuhn. I'll see you down the road.